turpentine protocol. So what you'll need is cane sugar. I recommend the C&H pure cane sugar cubes. You need a 1 teaspoon measuring cup and your turpentine. It came in a different bottle. I just put it into this dropper because it makes it a lot easier. And water. So what is turpentine? It's commonly known as paint thinner. It's a natural substance. If you go looking for it at the hardware store, you'd want to find 100% pure gum spirits of turpentine, and that's the pure one. Sometimes they use solvents and other weird stuff. The best thing would be to get it online. Turpentine is the oil of the spruce tree, or the oil of the pine sap. It's kind of like tea tree oil. All bacteria, fungi, viruses, worms, and parasites of all description are tremendously familiar with turpentine. As soon as it touches the lips, every parasite in the body is on red alert, and they have to make a decision. They're either going to stay and fight, or they're going to leave the body. If their favorite foods are not readily available, they'll choose to leave the body. If their foods are available and in good supply, then they'll stay and fight. And there are only so many exits in the body, so it's important to drink a lot of water with this protocol. And enemas are especially helpful so that they have a place to exit. Otherwise, they'll go to a different part of the body, say the lungs, and you'll cough, or the brain, they'll go wherever, the liver. They'll find a safe spot. This in tandem with good bowel movements, enemas are perfect for this protocol. I highly recommend fresh ground coffee, French pressed with fulvic acid. And just start off slow with the fulvic acid, maybe 15-20 drops, and go up from there if you want. But the coffee and the fulvic acid, you want acidic things with this protocol. It's okay to eat with this, but just experiment with it. What I tend to do is I do this and then I won't eat or drink for half an hour. You just don't want to drink alkaline water with this protocol because it will dilute what's happening. So what you do is you take, you're going to measure out 1 teaspoon of turpentine. Okay, and then I set this aside. Now I'm using this dropper, and you saturate these sugar cubes. So you stack them 3 high, and drop by drop, you probably can't see it on the camera, but you'll see the turpentine moving down the sugar cubes. And the goal is to saturate the top 2 completely, and the bottom one will be half saturated. What we're trying to do here is avoid getting a pool of turpentine at the bottom of these cubes, because you want more sugar than turpentine. The sugar acts as bait for the creatures, and it also acts as a dispersing agent so that it slows the release of the turpentine so that your body doesn't get a huge hit of it all at once. So now what you do is take each sugar cube and eat it. That's one. Next one. Last one. And just switch the water in your mouth so that you get all the sugar and the turpentine down. Usually I'll do this just several times. And that's really easy. That's the turpentine protocol. The reason for the sugar cubes is it does two things. It acts as bait and it also slows the release of turpentine. And the white sugar is the one to use. You don't need to use brown sugar or any of the other sugars. You want to use the one that's void of nutrition, the white sugar cubes, because the critters will be attracted to it and there will be no nutrition in the sugar, so you won't be feeding them. Whereas if you use other sugars, you'll be feeding them and you'll be defeating the purpose of this protocol. So just go to your grocery store and get the white plain sugar cubes. Pure cane sugar, those are easy to find. Yeah, just your water, your teaspoon measuring cup. Don't take more than 1 teaspoon. The minimum lethal dose is 6 teaspoons, which is 2 tablespoons. That's a lot of turpentine. Remember that the poison is in the dose. With anything, for example, food grade hydrogen peroxide, a bottle of 35% hydrogen peroxide will kill you, just as a ton of sea salt will kill you. But a small amount is a potent medicine. So don't get all afraid about this being deadly. Everything's deadly in large amounts, water, everything. So don't take more than 1 teaspoon a day, and make sure that you're drinking a lot of water when you're doing this. The best is distilled and then reverse osmosis. Spring and well water would work as well. You just want to avoid alkaline water while you're doing this. Google Dr. Daniel's turpentine protocol, and there will be a PDF in the first link that shows up. I believe it's called the Candida cleanser. Read about it. She was on One Radio Network as well as Extreme Health Radio. Turpentine is like a folk medicine that was used in slavery times. When the master would get sick, he would ask for the slaves to heal him, and they would bring him turpentine. It's supposedly a cure for many things, and you could read about it. I was reading about lung disease, arthritis, all sorts of things. I'm using this primarily to cleanse my Candida, or fungal infection, because I used to be fruitarian, and growing up I ate a lot of refined sugar in candy. So for anyone that had that kind of upbringing, or for anyone that was fruitarian, or anyone that just craves sugar a lot, or that feels weak, feels they have brain fog, this protocol would be very helpful to try. Subscribe to my channel, comment below if you try it out. Stay tuned for more cleansing protocol videos.